Coming up Saturday, Cheshire High School is going to host the 21st annual Angelman Syndrome Foundation Walk. And joining me once again on the show to talk more about that and about Angelman Syndrome, I'm happy to have back on the show Jim KUBICZA, but also Chris Kelly for the first time, another Angelman dad. Glad to have you both on the show. Chris, a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Okay, so before we get to talking about the walk and all the details, Jim, why don't you just, Chris, tell everybody a little bit about Angelman Syndrome, what it's all about.
Sure. Angelman Syndrome is a rare neurogenetic disorder that affects roughly 1 in 15,000 live births. With Angelman Syndrome is lack of speech, severe developmental delays, motor delays, and sleep issues.
Yes, but there's something about Angelman Syndrome that makes it a little unique compared to other developmental disorders.
Yeah, seizures is a big part of it. You know, that's the big scare as a parent is the seizures and keeping the seizures under control.
Okay, Jim, what are you guys hoping to get out of the walk?
Sure, yeah. So this is our biggest fundraiser for the Angelman Syndrome Foundation, raising millions of dollars over the 20-something years it's been in existence. The Angelman Syndrome Foundation sponsors clinics, which is now worldwide. So we have 8 clinics within the United States, 4 international. One of the main ones being up in Boston.
Okay.
Also research. We want to have world-class researchers doing the best research that they can for anybody with Angelman syndrome.
And I know, as we've talked about this before, we have some people right in Connecticut. I remember Dr. Stormy Chamberlain also there at UConn Health in Farmington has done a lot of work with this too. I've gotten to meet some of the angels who are affected by this too. And it's a wonderful, moving experience, meeting the families who are dealing with this, but also meeting the children themselves. Would you like to tell, both of you, just tell the world about your kids?
Sure. I have a son, Nicholas, 7 years old, with Angelman syndrome. He's just the happiest, brightest kid in the world. Yeah. And he tries so hard, you know, a lot with therapies, going to therapies, physical therapies. So, you know, he's got a very tough, strong spirit. Yeah. And as a parent, our job is to do whatever we can to give him every opportunity to succeed.
Yeah.
How about you, Jim? And Cole is 9 and amazes us every day, as like any child does. But with all the difficulties he has, he does great. He's up and walking, causing a ruckus, and being a typical 9-year-old with his typical brother. But it's the stuff that you don't see that we're proud of, is seeing our kids meet these accomplishments and keeping us amazed as what we do. And as dads, it's something that, you know, as men, it's typical of us to hide our feelings in, and, you know, we have a good bond, and we're a town away. But amongst all dads, you know, nationally and even internationally, we have each other to support.
Yeah, but as you were saying, Chris, affecting 1 out of 15,000 live births, this is not a syndrome that necessarily gets the attention that it deserves. So that's why we're here. Cheshire High School coming up this Saturday. There is registration on site if you guys would like to join in on the walk. It begins at 10 a.m. Registration's at 9. Thank you both for being here today. Really, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much,
Good to see you guys.
Appreciate it. Same here.
Okay.